light, where demons haunt and fright. Everyone stands afraid to fight against the evil. But there are those that stand alone against the evil and the crones. Heroes willing to go the extra mile and end the evil with maximum style. When you need heroes to go deep, when you need heroes that never sleep, light us partners. When you know all hope is gone, when you need to right what's wrong, light us partners. Now evil will run and hide, as nothing but light now resides. Our heroes saving all the souls, their adventures now a tale of hope. When you need heroes to go deep, when you need heroes that never sleep, light us partners. When you know all hope is gone, when you need to right what's wrong, light us partners. Now evil will run and hide, as nothing but light now resides. Our heroes saving all the souls, their adventures now a tale of hope. When you need heroes to go deep, when you need heroes that never sleep, light us partners. When you know all hope is gone, when you need to right what's wrong, light us partners. They'll run and hide with faith, fist, and pride. Nothing can stop what is inside. Monsters better run, else they die. The heroes are on their way. If you're in the darkness, you will pay. When you need heroes to go deep, when you need heroes that never sleep, light us partners. When you know all hope is gone, when you need to right what's wrong, light us partners.
Welcome to the dungeon. Here we are, another gorgeous March day. Our first stream of March.
I don't know about you guys, but it's been very nice this weekend here. It was great to not go outside the entire weekend.
It's too warm.
It's
All the
been
snow's
a
melting.
little chilly here, but what? No, you weirdo. Nobody likes snow.
I want to ski.
It's
Wanna
fun.
go
It's
swoosh,
funny you
swoosh.
mentioned that. Me and the wife were watching 1923. I don't expect you to know what that is, Martin.
I actually have seen that one.
In this latest episode, there was these Norwegian people skiing, and the one guy's like, "What are they doing?" And the other guy's like, "They're just idiots." And the other guy's like, "I can make money on this." So
Not denying that.
I actually, as much as I hate snow, I think skiing is very enjoyable. So,
And yet you still haven't come out here to do it with me.
well, that would require me leaving the dungeon here at the house. So, but we definitely need to plan. We've talked about like getting together, going camping, and like doing that stuff. I mean, I'm not getting any younger, so we should do that while I'm still in good health.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, his good health compared to your good health are two different good healths.
That is fair. I got what, 20 years on you, you know.
Let's go out to the forest and set up a tent. Okay, 20 miles later.
I'm okay with that. Like, I'm actually really proud of myself. I don't really have too many people to tell, but like a couple years ago, I hurt myself while running when I was running a lot, and I haven't been able to get reeled back up to that. Well, this morning, I've gotten the best time on the treadmill that I've had in probably 3 years or more. So, without pain. So,
Congrats.
I'm pretty proud of myself. I did 5.1 miles in an hour. So,
Nice.
not too bad. Not where I was, but it's progress. So Yeah, so this last week, I finished Avowed. That was a 35, 40-hour game. Pretty decent. I recommend that you don't buy it. Pick it up on Game Pass. Even if you've never had Game Pass before, you can get it, 10,
So
15
you're
bucks.
one of those people.
Yeah, man.
Don't recommend this game. Don't pick it up. It's bad. 100 hours on record.
No, it's not that. It's the game's $70.
Oh.
Or you can get Game Pass, PC Game Pass for $10 for a month and be done. So
Fair play.
yeah, it's not that. I am very anti $70 for a game,
It's a lot of money.
as you know. Yeah, it's got to have a pretty good thing to pay that. Usually the Star Wars games get me for that kind of stuff, but I did not pay that for Outlaw because Ubisoft sucks. So still haven't played it. And you know how much sleep I'm losing over it?
Are there any good mega game companies?
I used to say CD Projekt Red, but after Cyberpunk, I can't say that anymore.
No, they really threw that one away.
Well, they're
Yeah.
saying now if you play it now,
It's really
a whole
good now.
different game, and it's like, well, okay, this is also like fucking 10 years after it came out.
It was released.
It's not that old.
It's getting there.
It's getting
Believe
there.
it or not. Yeah. I had it on a PS4 and I've had my PS5 at least 5 years.
It came out in 2020. It's not even 5 years old.
Okay.
Came
Well,
out in
it's getting there.
December 2020.
Man, it feels like a long time ago.
It does.
Wow. Yeah, that checks out. There we go. And Axeman, I was getting ready to say we're only looking at you were ziggying it there for a while.
What state are you in tonight, Anax? Can't hear you.
His microphone not being on.
It's okay. We've all done it.
We are. Space Coast, Florida.
There we go. I thought he was going to be in the state of denial, but
Yeah.
So some exciting stuff coming up for those of you. State of Chaos. Oh, Matt's here.
Oh no.
Ban.
Do we? Yeah. Can we kick him?
But some exciting news for those people in Michigan. We are going to be in Saginaw, Michigan on April 5th for Coy's Comics presents A Weekend in the Dungeon. We're going to be running some D&D sessions. Banter and Babble will be there. Half-Ass Beer Review will be there. A few of us will be there. If you want to sign up early, let
You
us
need
know.
to start getting these events closer here.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you do that? That's a lot of travel for a lot of people. You need to make it for work travel.
Common denominator.
And then you would have to go to a comic book shop and kind of arrange it and stuff like that too.
What do
Can
we
you
even
name
have
a
for
comic book shop?
shops around
Yeah,
here?
that's what I thought. So
They can't afford to own land up there or to be able to lease anything out. It's a comic book
we
shop.
got some.
Their
We got
margin
Newberry
is
Comics.
like 0.5%.
Yeah.
they have really good food up there, but is it worth fighting the traffic for? Not so much. Not so much. Outside of that, we've been enjoying Civilization 7, especially when I play Napoleon.
Nope. That's banned.
And Bishop, what have you been up to? What games have you got a new one, right? That you got into, some kind of demo, right?
Yeah, I was playing a demo for First Berserker Ozon. And it's anime style. It's pretty I like it. It's challenging. Like
Is it like a
I
Souls
was
like?
getting, yeah, kind of. It's the you're running around. So basically, the story is you were betrayed by a friend, labeled a traitor, and some sort of as you're being transported, some evil spirit type thing attacks the convoy and takes over your body. And like you're fighting to stay in control of your own body, but you know, it's really beautiful. The graphics are really beautiful, and it's an RPG. You like anything else that we're playing right now, where it's like you get gear drops, you know, better gear drops, stuff like that. But yeah, just the combat's a little choppy because it's like you kind of have to use your target lock or you're all over the place kind of thing.
Ah, okay.
But the bad guys are no joke, man. You get surrounded, you get your ass kicked. And there's a whole
Nothing wrong with
fatigue
that.
aspect of it too. So it's like if you're swinging wildly, you get tired to the point where you have to stop for your stamina to reload, and you don't want to just not be doing anything. So
It was enough to inspire us that we're implementing a new homebrew rule that if you attack more than twice in a round, you have to roll for exhaustion.
yeah, fuck that.
Whoa, what? No.
Spell users get cramps in their fingers.
Well, Gwyntyn does that anyways.
Not wrong.
No, it's a nice. Like I said, it kind of just popped up on my PlayStation feed, so I was like, I'll try it. But yeah, price wise, we're talking, it's right now it's $60 and it's $70 for the deluxe, and I'm like, I'm not really willing to pay either one of those for it right now.
No, check CD keys. They might have it for a little cheaper. I know they did for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which is a game I would like to play, but for some reason, in the immortal knowledge of the developers, they decided not to add an ability to turn off the head bob in the game, which makes me motion sick. So, because for some reason people think like motion blur, head bob, all this crap adds to realism. It doesn't. All it does is annoy me.
Come on, it comes down to the same with like Call of Duty. Oh, you're playing hardcore. It's because you can't play the game. No, I would rather have realistic. If I shoot you, you need to die. I shouldn't
Well,
have to unload an entire clip into your body to
Well,
kill
Cam,
you.
Cam, let's ask this to the group. Cameron wants to add the ability to use points to add ranks of exhaustion to the players. You guys good with that? I mean, I can add that in.
Guess we have 2 people to kick tonight.
That could get deadly though. When you get 6 ranks of exhaustion. Well, the new exhaustion rules are not kind. They are definitely not kind. But 6 ranks and you're dead. You die from being tired. So yeah. Anything else we got going on? Oh, be sure to check out Banter and Babble. There's a new Let's Set the Tone out with Tone and Josh. Tone's talking about his trip to Disney World, and for some reason, and maybe a good thing to put in here, they were fanboying over the movie Waterworld. Now, Waterworld to me is a horrible movie.
It's a good movie.
Oh my God. Of course. There'd be one, at least one.
Goodness. It's a fine movie. I mean, what other movie
I've
are you going
seen
to
it
find where
a couple
someone tees
times.
onto a tree and then drinks the water afterward and then they grow gills and then I mean,
yeah, grow gills in less than a million years, you know? Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I mean, there was not a better movie out in those days.
Dennis Hopper is the only thing that makes that fucking movie. Let's
And
be honest.
you got Dennis Hopper in there just tearing up the
Who is
screen.
Dennis
I mean,
Hopper?
it's he's from Speed. He's the
If he doesn't know
antagonist
that
in Speed.
reference, yeah.
Oh my goodness!
You would know him from the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh, I know Speed. I love that movie. I don't recognize this guy.
After he looks it up.
He was King Koopa in the Super Mario Brothers movie. Not the cartoon, the live action one with John Leguizamo.
Yeah.
Who's John Leguizamo?
Oh my God.
Man.
I don't think I've ever heard that name.
Have you ever seen John Wick?
Yeah.
You know the
He
guy
was
that's like,
the,
oh,
chop shop.
you stole John Wick's car. Huh?"
Yeah.
That's John Leguizamo.
Looks like Johnny Depp.
Who's Johnny Depp?
Holy crap. You know, I think I could almost deal with the bit of this if there was something where he knew people that none of the rest of us knew, but I just don't believe that's...
I wish I could share my screen right now, because this guy looks like Johnny Depp. How do I do this?
I don't know. While he's trying to figure that out, check out Half As Beer Review. The reviews are back in. He's getting through some stuff for sure, so that it can all be reviewed by Truth Beer Podcast here in the Cincinnati area. So I need
to see what his review is on the companion, if they even watch the companion.
Oh, I don't think they've watched it yet.
I need that. I need the monkey.
There's Sarah Bear. Hey, Sarah Bear. How's it going? We are just getting started. We should get started. We got a little off to a late start, but all right. Without further ado, let's get into the dungeon. All right. Let's get some bit. Last week, the party continued deeper into the lair of the Azrock the Eternal's dragon keep here. After risking their lives, moving through the arcane traps that he had set up to keep people away from the book, Gwyntyn charged forward, alone, and into the room where a dark, shadowy figure appeared as he grabbed the book. In a stroke of genius, he teleported away back onto the ship while messaging his allies that he has the book and to run. As they began running out, Bishop stopped them and reminded them that they were here to stop the evil that was here. So charging forward, they vanquished the evil, which disappeared in a shadowy scream, and the pool of water that had a magical field over it has now dissipated, and the room is quiet. What would you like to do?
It seems that the necromancer still had his power over this forest. Hopefully, things start to change now that he has been vanquished.
I'm gonna look around the room.
Okay. You can see here the remnants of those that were before you, bodies torn and strewn. From the story that Clouded Wind told you, you know Azrock cleared things out of his lair before he set up all the traps, and you assume that that's what these are. The roots that were kind of feeding into the Shadowspark Chronicle book have receded and have grown some life. Some leaves have sprouted on them. They're not dripping with ichor anymore, and the shadow that surrounds them has faded.
Is what's happening in the southwest corner still happening?
No, that is just a silent pool of water.
Okay. Peering into the pool, do I see anything?
The water is crystal clear, and you cannot see the bottom.
Are there some pebbles around?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna pick up a decent sized one, cast light on it, and drop it in.
Okay. You see it descend down into kind of the darkness, and then it stops. It's a decent distance down, but it does stop on a bottom.
Looks like it's just like a straight column down.
Yep.
Alright. Cool.
Assuming this is another way out to bypass those traps.
Through this water.
His cave does sit next to a lake.
It does. I knew that.
It sounded like a question.
I wasn't here when we got to this place, so.
You've been here before.
I'm sure you've been here this whole time.
There's no body left over from the creature.
Necromancer?
Yeah, the neck. Well, yeah.
No, it dissipated into shadow. It's gone.
All right. Okay, and one sure way to find out, and then I'm gonna bring out the rope.
Okay.
And hand it to Bishop.
All right.
And then I'm gonna jump in the water.
All right. You just letting yourself sink?
Yeah.
Okay. The water is pretty icy cold. It is wintertime. You all see an Axamander just like shoot downwards, and your feet find purchase on some solid ground. And as you kind of open your eyes and look around, you don't have dark vision, do you?
I have a stone with light on it
Okay.
that Marsland threw into the hole.
Okay. So you pick it up, and you can see there is kind of a cave under there that leads kind of deeper.
All right,
It doesn't go down. It goes.
All right,
up-ish.
I'm gonna go to find the closest air pocket. Okay. And then I'll stop, and then so I can report back.
There is no air pocket, so you can
All
go
right.
in for a while. And how far are you going? You've
No,
only got,
not
what,
that far
50?
because the breath is limited. So we're gonna head back.
Okay.
I'm gonna head back.
And since plate armor doesn't affect anyone swimming in D&D, you swim up to the surface.
Well, Bishop's holding on to the other end, so
I know.
I'm gonna
Just a bit.
yeah. I'm very strong. With
Yeah.
my plate armor.
Just
yeah.
Swim back up.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. There is a cave down here. However, I see no way to breathe through normal means. and then I'll pull myself out of the pit.
Okay.
Either Bishop or myself could go down, as we could venture further and see what lays deeper. There's no other door entrance out of this room other than where we came in.
Correct.
Give me that rope, and I'll take it and tie it around myself. And I'm going to attempt to do, like I've read about in books, this thing called diving, where you try to dive gracefully into the water.
Okay. Give me a performance check. Let's just see. This should be good.
I have a minus modifier for performance.
That's great. That checks out.
Yep, I got a 5.
Okay. You've read
Puts
about
his
it in
head on the
books.
floor.
You position yourself exactly how the book told you to do. You leap forward, and it's just like a cashew hitting the water. Just like you're just bent, just like not a belly smacker, but just. But you feel that you did pretty good, and you swim down.
I'm proud of myself.
That is 50 foot of rope, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you start swimming through the tunnel, you definitely hit the end of the rope. What are the rope holders doing? Marsden, you can feel it kind of like,
Tug.
That depends on what's going on the other end of the rope. Is the rope being pulled on? Is it
You just
still
feel-
slack?
It goes.
I know. I want this more for Marsden.
Okay.
Well, okay. So again, in case you forgot, I have an hour of underwater breathing.
Yep.
What do I see where I'm standing? Can I see an end?
You can't see the end right from where you're at, but you can see it does have an incline, and it's just kind of twisting around.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna cast my little orb and send the orb down.
Okay.
I'm still holding on to the rope.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll keep it snug but not pulling it, and then send the orb.
Does that require verbal components?
That's a great question.
I can't remember if that's more spell or ability.
You conjure forth the mind of your awakened spellbook. It doesn't say anything about.
Okay, then great. So it appears it wraps around the corner, and eventually you do see an opening to the light outside.
How much further?
Probably, what's the range on it?
300 feet.
Okay, so it's probably 250.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna swim back up to the group then.
All right.
And once I get back up there, so when you felt the rope go snug, it was maybe another couple hundred feet to get out of the water. I think Bishop would be able to make it. An axe, do you think you could make that?
How far?
Probably about 300 feet of swimming total. 350.
Well, we will have to make do if that's the only way out, whether or go through all of those traps again.
I suggest you and Justinian go first, and then myself and or Bishop could snag you and pull you through if trouble arises.
All right. Okay.
I think that's a good idea.
So looking at Marsland, so just jump down, follow the path, no splits. Go
I didn't say
straight
any
on.
splits, right?
No splits.
No splits.
Okay. Apparently, my video has gone the way of the dodo.
It was lagging by a few seconds to your voice.
Was it really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Hotel internet for the win.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna jump down with Justinian, and then we're gonna head down.
Okay. All right, so you jump down and you all begin swimming, using both actions to move forward. You move through the tunnel, and eventually you see the light, and you kind of burst out of the pool of water that stands outside of Azrok's cave. You can hear the waterfall running. The water's very cold as you thrust yourself up onto the shore. I need you both to make a Constitution check.
Justinian and Anax.
Yep.
So you and Anax?
Yes, and I did.
I mean, holy cow. Everything is breaking on the new laptop.
Uh-oh. Again?
He's hard on technology.
Yeah, I know my internet connection's unstable.
Marsland and Bishop, you guys jump in not long after them, kind of follow them up. You also should make that Constitution check.
We should.
Yep. Bishop, make yours with advantage.
Do I have to make? Do I get advantage too?
Yeah,
'Cause
this is about being cold, not breath.
There you go. 21.
21. Okay, you're good.
19.
You say a saving throw or a check?
Check, just a check. A skill test, I think is what they call it. D20 test is what they call it now. Which no one is ever going to say. Ten with advantage?
What?
You act like it's a surprise.
Okay, so you have one
Digital
rank of
dice, man.
exhaustion. Just
I don't get
you're
tired.
you get exhaustion, right?
I
Yeah.
do.
Okay, I'm. You never know. Yeah, as you kind of pull yourself out of there, you can just feel some of your inner workings like struggling to move. The ice forming on the inside. As you all kind of lay there for a second and catch your breath, the sun immediately goes dark as a shadow crosses over you. What report do you have?
It was what we suspected. It was a corrupted Shadowspark Chronicle book. It is what has been affecting these forests. It has been removed, and the evil presence that was connected to it has been dispatched. There should be no more interference from shadow corruption.
This music is really loud.
It's not that bad.
It's pretty loud.
It's quieter now.
We also lost Biddle.
He'll be back. I might have new people I can trust in the Light Unsparkers. Now leave this place and tell no one what you saw here.
Not even the Academy? I'm sure they would love this for their records.
Not even the Academy.
Okay, I think we can manage that.
You just hear the rustle like giant sheets in the wind as he turns his body and walks away, disappearing under the waterfall.
I suggest we start heading back. And I slowly start moving back towards the Tabaxi encampment.
Okay.
All along.
Right. You walk until the evening grows dark. You stopping to camp or continuing on?
Probably continue until we hit the encampment.
Okay. Last time it did take you longer than a day to get there.
Did it?
Yeah. You stopped in camp. It's just at a day away.
Yeah, because a wolf came out and peed on Marzin's
Okay.
tent.
Yeah. I guess we'll stop.
All right. Marsland, are you doing anything, or are you guys just setting it up in the woods?
We're just setting up camp right off trail.
I was asking you if you're using your dome or not.
Yeah, I'll set up my dome.
Okay.
Wait a second. Let's see.
No spell slots left.
Why does my character sheet look very different? What is happening? Okay, yeah, I'm casting the dome. I thought I had something else.
Okay. Cast the dome.
Oh. Nope, yep, dome.
Okay. Cast the dome and settle inside. Any conversations you'd like to have?
I cannot believe Gwyntyn left us.
I mean, he went in there all alone. I don't know if he had much of a choice. It must have been good, quick thinking on his part.
Not sure why he left the group.
Ah,
Very dangerous.
he just got caught up in the thrill of the adventure. To be fair, we didn't know that around the corner was going to be the most dangerous part of that cave. But maybe this is a lesson learned of not to get too separated. I think maybe the communication between all the party members in general through that puzzle could have been better. Perhaps we should spend some time teaching everybody how to use sending.
I should just start working on some of the dents out of my armor.
Okay.
Do you need any assistance taking anything apart on you, Bishop, for repair?
Bren is not going to be happy the next time she sees me.
You don't make her life easy, do you?
Well, when you get kicked and punched a lot. These things tend to happen.
Is there anything we could do so that you don't dent quite so easily?
No, unfortunately.
What if we coated your entire armor with something that rebounds punches? Something like rubber.
I'm pretty sure Rubbermaid has not been invented.
Explain
You
that
just hear
to all the Tupperware I
pops.
have in the kitchen.
You just start hearing pops as I'm like working some of the kinks out of the chassis.
Does anybody know which book number it was that we just got?
Offhand, I do not. Technically, we don't even know what book it was.
I had to guess. I remember one of the books had the title with the word necromancy in it. That would be very fitting. Well, with this book recovered, we still have the one in that other place with the town name that exists.
You've only been saying it forever.
Man, I don't even remember where I am sometimes.
That
Parents'
Other-
folly.
Perrin's Folly. I always want to call Candor's Keep Cape's Vassal, okay? That leaves one book that we still need to find the location of.
From its description, it sounds like it might be somewhere in the swamps.
What should our next course of action be then? Do we want to complete the set of books before diving into the portals? Or do we want to go down another path first?
I spoke with Pora before we left, and she was going to be talking to the Queen about getting us some sort of emissary position to get back into Perrin's Folly. If we can get that book, it might be helpful to retrieve the last Shadowspark Chronicles novel. That way, while we are trying to retrieve the rest of the echoes, Pora can be working on cleansing the set of the corruption.
I believe Glav was looking into how to do that. I should catch up with him and see where he is on his studies. Also, you're spending some time at the academy, it sounds like. Are you trying to work up the ranks too?
That would be a no. I was returning the books back to her safekeeping.
You detect a hint of a crestfallen expression from Arslan.
I am what you would call street smart.
So you're very wise in urban planning then?
Sure. But yes, I think retrieving all of the books, since there are more of them than the actual 5 echoes in total, and they all need to be cleansed, is the priority right now.
I agree. I think we have Probably the most progress down that. Might as well round that out instead of getting distracted. What do you think, Gwyntyn? You
He's not
looking
there.
forward? What?
He's in
He's
Candor's
not even
Keep.
there.
Oh yeah, right. He's not here. That's why he's not talking.
That was literally the first thing I said when you guys sat down.
I know.
That bitch ran.
My mind went, we're out of the cave. Gwyn's back. We've
I
also
thought maybe we were
lost,
using sending for a moment all of a sudden.
we've lost the Nax again.
Yep. I messaged him, but nothing. Might want to go ahead and cue that up, Gwyntyn.
Cue what up?
The camera.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, I'll get it.
Well, I guess we better get back. Wait.
Were you even here with us tonight?
He took the wrong
'Cause
pack
it
of
doesn't seem
gummies.
like it. Go to sleep.
No, I was thinking if it was worth casting teleportation circle to get us back.
Well, I would assume that we would like to inform the Tabaxi that the problem with the shadows in the forest has been dealt with
They'll figure
before
it out.
heading back.
Perhaps we should get a good night's sleep then. I know I could use it.
It sounds like you need it, Marsland. You sound exhausted.
Too long away from the books really takes its toll.
Do you even understand what the books are saying at this point? I read about this guy named Robin Hood.
Think he's
Sounds like a real guy. Real
Oh.
nice guy. I'll
I
take
read
the full shift.
something about a windmill and a guy.
I would like to interject real quick because it's been how many hours since I left and last said something to them?
You assured us you were okay and back at the ship.
It's
Yeah,
been several
but
hours.
I don't
yeah.
know how you guys are. So I imagine before, dark, I would have sent a message reaching out to Marsland asking if they're okay and do they want me to use the Brindle Star to pick them up.
Everybody's dead.
Yeah, if I hear nothing back, that's what I'm going to assume.
We'll pull Marsland's dad. It's all over. Save yourself.
I don't know where your mom is.
It's not important to save those folks.
Does Marsland respond?
What would you say?
Is everyone all right? And do you want me to use the Brindle Star to pick you guys up?
Oh, I didn't realize you were actually casting that message.
Oh my god!
I'll have what he's having.
Right?
I have an issue, okay?
Obviously.
Are
He's
you
just
sending,
thinking
you sending that to me or Bishop?
to you because you're the last one I talked to.
How many days walk are we out of the forest after we talk to the Tabaxi?
About 3, 2, 3. Yeah.
And then like what, another 2, 3 to Kendor's Keep?
But you're
Oh,
no, it's 2, 3 days from the camp to Candor's Keep.
if the ship will let you fly it, then we wouldn't mind a lift. Tell Brindlestar Marsland says it's okay.
Marsland misses you. I'm not going to say anything back to that point. Because from there I would just rest and leave in the morning.
Okay.
We are at Tabaxi. Those are my last few words.
You're not there yet, but
No.
Yeah.
We will be at Tabaxi.
It's
you're-
1 day travel from the forest to the edge of the forest, like from Tabaxi camp to the edge. Because if I remember right, we didn't want to land the ship in the Tabaxi area.
We
Yeah.
didn't know if we even could if the forest was too thick.
So I guess my next question is the forest too thick for the Tabaxi village yet to land it?
You have like rope ladders you can drop down.
Okay. I know where I'm going then. Maybe.
Okay, we'll deal with that here in a second.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else for the camping folks?
No.
Marza needs some rest.
Yeah.
All right. Gwyntyn.
Yes.
Hold on. You cast as the blade of the dark creature is coming towards you. You quickly cast your spell, and you see the blade coming right towards your face, and you disappear, and you're in the Brindle Star. And you kind of take a moment to look around.
Boy, am I
Catch
glad that
yourself.
spell worked.
What do you want to do from here?
Okay, so I know initially I sent them a message. I might as well go take the book to the academy since that's where we have all the other books. Since I know that they're supposedly leaving, was the last I knew. I think. I would ask Marsden if he said something back to me, but he probably doesn't remember.
Well, at this point, you wouldn't have messaged them yet, because that would have came.
Well, I messaged them immediately saying I got the book.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Did Marsden respond to me at all afterwards about anything?
I don't think so.
No.
I think he just said run.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will make my way to the academy then to give Bora this other book that is definitely in my notes. I just checked it a minute ago.
Wait, no, I messaged back. We had a conversation.
A short one, right? It was
Yeah.
just like, why did you leave or something?
Yeah, because we did casting. We did sending twice.
Yeah, one
Like,
was
why
me,
do
one
you
was
leave? And you're like, trust me, I'm safe. Get out of there.
Yeah, you're like, how did you get there or something? Either
Yeah.
way, there's nothing that would have told Gwyntyn you guys were heading back to the fight.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, to the academy!
All right. So you kind of board the ship. You get some a strange look from the dockmaster as you're just exiting the ship, and it kind of like, I didn't see you get on the ship, but leaving the ship. But he just shakes his head and waves at you as
Oh,
you work your.
Oh, wait, back. I'm really good at sneaking. Boom, 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 boom.
And you make your way to the academy. Step inside. You're inside the academy. What do you want to do?
I will go for Driss to see if he knows where Bora is or if she's currently busy at the moment.
So you
If
find him
Driss
down.
isn't busy.
You find him in his lab. You can hear the vials bubbling with various liquids as he works on something. He has his back to you as you enter the lab.
Hey, Driss, sorry to bother you.
Don't sneak up on me.
I didn't realize I was thinking. I'm typically pretty loud when I'm walking.
There's a lot of noise in here.
I mean, that is true. What are you working on now?
I am working on brewing new types of potions.
Depending on what the results are supposed to be, I'd be interested.
I'll keep you in mind for a test subject.
That's great, I guess. But do you know if Aura is here by chance, or is she busy somewhere else?
He just sighs. She is here.
Would I be able to give her an item real quick?
He just kind of stops and leans back in his chair a bit before standing up. This way. And he takes
Thank
you
you.
back to
I'll follow.
the door that led to her chambers.
Wait, I get to go to the top again? Let's go.
And he opens the door for you.
I'll walk in.
And he just doesn't say anything, just closes it behind, and you just hear him mumbling as he walks off.
I'll open the door again.
And you open the door, and you can see Cora is she's looking through books. She's got even like some small spectacles on. She's got books stacked up on her desk, and she just looks up at you. Ah, Gwyntyn.
Hi. Sorry to intrude. I got separated from the party, and I didn't want to hold on to this book if I was going to go back to try to get him.
Not a problem. I needed a break anyways. And she takes the glasses off and sets them down and stands up. What do you bring me today? Another deck?
It's
Cursed objects? It's always something.
I'm pretty sure this falls in the cursed objects section of what we bring you. It's another Shadowspark book.
Ah. Where did you find this one?
Behind a not-so-friendly dragon's cave.
Not so friendly dragon. Dragon slaying now?
Nope, we did not have to fight this one at all. We've actually met him in the past. He helped us get some of the ingredients for the cure, actually.
She knows where we were going. I had this conversation with her.
Oh, yeah, but not to Azrock, though. I thought you just told her we're going to the forest. Either way.
So she reaches out for the book.
And I'll pull it out of the bag holding the hand to her.
Another one to keep, I see. 2 left, if I remember correctly.
Yep. One of them is in Perrin's Folly that I believe we need to find out a way to get to still.
Yes, the Queen was in favor of giving her blessing, considering what the Light Unsparkers have done for Kendor's Keep. But she recommends you don't take your mode of travel to get there.
She doesn't want us to take the Brindle Star?
Some can view it as more of a tool for assault than emissaries from the Empire.
I guess that's a valid point. Even though this is different than the other flying ship I've been on.
And considering the less than pristine way you all left last time, I think every bit of caution is warranted.
I can agree to that.
Where is everyone else?
Last I knew, they were heading out of the cave. we kind of
She
got
just looks at you
separated.
quizzically.
we got separated with puzzles. We don't do very well with puzzles. And I got trapped on the other side of a door. And then the next thing I know, after I get the book, I'm being attacked. So I did the first thing I could think of and teleported away.
She even looks at you more. I thought you were a student of spirituality.
I am. And we still have ways to teleport. It's not as convenient as your guys' teleportation methods. We have to set up a designation, and we can usually only use one or two.
I see. So you just left your friends.
Well, I couldn't get back to them, so I made sure to get the book out of there. And I did immediately let them know I had the book and they could leave. But it has been a while since I've heard back from them.
You might want to check in with them at some point.
Yeah, I do plan on that because initially I'm hoping to take the Brindle Star to go pick him up if they're okay with that. I know it's technically Marsland's ship, and the ship likes Marsland more than anybody else, so...
How does a
I
ship...
like how we've just given him the ship. Like,
No, the ship has given herself to him, and we're
How
just
does-
passengers.
How does a ship give itself to someone?
I have no idea. All I know is he has said it has spoke to him, but it's never talked to me or Justinian when we're reviewing it. So either he is hitting the pipe really well, or there's secrets to that ship we don't know.
There is an air of eccentricness to Marsland. Maybe he's just feeling the power of the ship speak to him, not speak to him.
As long as I've known Marsland, I don't think he knows what a metaphor is.
You're suggesting I'm going crazy?
I'm pretty sure he is very literal when he says it speaks to him. He has grown in his sense of humor, but I don't know if he would lie about that to make a joke.
If I've learned anything about the Light Unsparkers, it's that they are anything but normal.
Cannot dispute that at all.
From name to actions.
Yeah, our actions tend to go to the extreme sometimes for various reasons. But
Well,
if Go
I'm
ahead.
glad you were successful. 2 left to gather. So, best of luck. When you're ready,
appreciate
ship-
that.
a ship from the Empire will take you over to Perrin's Folly, just like any other emissary.
Okay, I will make sure to let my crew know that the next when I see them in a couple of days.
I will keep this safe. And she just kind of slaps her hands on it and takes it back to her desk.
Okay. How do we get out of here? Is it just the same way we come in and just the magic thing happens again? In my defense, last time the building was being attacked, and she took us away. So
How are you holding up, Gwyntyn?
I mean, I'm here.
You always seem quiet and concerned.
Well, I mean, for the most part in here, it's Marsden does the talking because it's his favorite place on the planet.
Yes, but how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing it as best as I can, trying to, not let anyone die while I'm with them.
Is everyone else doing well? No concerns?
I mean, I don't have concerns of anybody. Everyone's doing the best they can. with the situations we keep being faced.
I can't wait till the land is at peace again.
You and me both on that one, but it's for us. It seems to be a long ways off.
I hope it's not as far as you think.
Something tells me that Magnus alone is going to feel like 5 years.
I don't believe so.
Metaphorically, it's going to feel like 5 years. If it's from what we found as a place of puzzles, and as I just mentioned, puzzles are not something we're good at as a group.
Well, best of luck. If you need anything, you know where I'm at.
Thank you very much, and sorry for taking up some time.
Not a problem. I needed to rest my eyes as it was.
It's always good to take breaks when you're reading. Don't fall asleep like I used to.
That sounds counterproductive.
Books have never been super in agreement with me.
Well, you may leave the way you came in.
Okay. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you soon. Then I'll head out.
All right.
Do the
follow
360 hokey pokey.
Yep. Follow the same process, and you're back in the main floor of the academy.
And then I'll. About what time is it?
Probably midday.
Okay. Then I won't go back to the ship. I guess I'll go back to the ship to try to communicate about it. So I know it's meant for like a crew of 11. Or sorry, a crew of 12. Was it?
I would have to go look.
Okay. But either way, I guess my question is, do I need to have the crew to fly 3 days, or can it just let me fly it for 3 days?
Ideally, you need the crew.
Okay. So I will go to the dock master to try to get the 11 people that we had last time, if they're all available for just a short 6-day trip over. Well, flying probably wouldn't be that many days. How many days flying do I think it would be?
It's probably only a day and a half, somewhere around there.
Okay. That still makes sense to fly. So yeah, I'll try to get the 11 people together.
Okay. All right. As you do that, talk to the people. They send messages out to some of them. They could be there by the next morning.
So that works perfectly.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go have a conversation with the ship. Per Marlson's request.
Okay. So you get up on the Brindle Star and sit in the chair and put the helm on.
Brindlestar, I know we've never talked, but Marsden has said he has spoken to you. We need to go get him. Will you cooperate with me as the only pilot for a day and a half or so?
You don't hear anything.
Okay, and I'm going to take that as consent.
Silence is consent.
Ooh. Then a weird precedent here.
And we will
You
be
didn't
taking
say
off.
no.
And
we
he's
will
also piloted the ship more than once.
yeah. But Marvin's always been on the ship, right?
Yeah.
So, and with that, I guess I'm just gonna go back to that house for a night.
Okay. So you arrive back at the house, and you just, as you walk in, you see Lomar, like, nose in a book. He's just walking toward the kitchen area. He doesn't even look up at you as you walk in.
Watch out for the door.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't realize you were home. Welcome home, Gwyntyn.
Just back for the night. I'll be gone again in the morning.
And he's looking around. Where is everyone else?
They are still in the forest. I came back without them due to situations.
You left Marson in the forest?
He's with Bishop. He's fine.
How dare you?
And he's also with Justinian, who knows nature like the back of his hand.
This seems like a very bad idea.
I mean, that's understandable, but at the time it was either get myself out of there with what we went for, or most likely never leave the place again.
Well, I was hoping all of you would be here because I have finished my studies on the Plane of Fire as requested.
Oh boy.
So I don't know if you're ready to hear it all or...
Lay it on me. In text form through messaging.
I want to hear it verbally.
Oh, you're going to hear it verbally. It'll be both places. Well, the interesting thing about the Plane of Fire is that it has a blazing sun that hangs at the zenith of a golden sky, waxing and waning on a 24-hour cycle. It ranges from white hot at noon to deep red at midnight. So, the darkest hours of the plane display a deep red twilight. At noon, the light is intense. Even, and this is hard to believe, but there is a city there, named the City of Brass. And most businesses in the City of Brass, most of the business, I mean, take place during the darker hours of the evening, as it is more comfortable there. The weather on the plane is marked by fierce winds and thick ash. Although the air is breathable, creatures not native, much like yourself, and myself, of course, to the plane must cover their mouths and eyes to avoid stinging cinders that just blow through the air. Sounds like a great vacation place.
Hey, if you like it warm, it's a place to go.
The Ifrit there use magic to keep the cinderstorms away from the City of Brass, but elsewhere in the plains, the wind always blows, sometimes rising to hurricane force during the worst storms. I don't believe I'll be going with you on this trip in particular.
Maybe you can come with us to Mechanus and put your puzzle brain to use.
I have information on some of the more known places of the Plane of Fire, like the Cinder Waste, City of Brass, the Sea of Fire, and Torches. I'm not sure if you're interested in any of those.
I believe I know we have to go to City of Brass to start out looking for this the Birchwood Blade. But I imagine the more places to look into, anything you can give me can maybe point us a different direction.
Well, the Cinder Waste is much like you would expect. It's dominated by a great expanse of black cinders and embers, crossed by rivers of lava. Roving bands of salamanders battle each other, raid Azure outposts, and avoid patrols from the City of Brass. Obsidian ruins dot the desert, remnants of forgotten civilizations that once lived there. The Sea of Fire is exactly that. It is the lava flowing through the fountains of creation towards the para-elemental plane of ash and pools into a great expanse of lava. It's traversed by Afridi and Azure sailors in great brass ships. Has islands of obsidian and basalt that jut up from the sea, dotted with ancient ruins, and lairs of powerful red dragons, but that's not a problem for you.
As long as we never see them, hear them, feel their breath. Yeah, never a problem.
But you might find interesting that built atop a tall basalt crag in the middle of a lava river is an iron-walled tavern that is most easily reached by a hot air balloon. That is, actually sounds interesting. The place is called Torchies. The proprietor of Torchies is a sentient mace named Torchy, who sells a fine... Yes, you're understanding me correctly here. It's actually quite fascinating. It sells a fine ale that seems to have a new wielder every few months. It's a popular hangout for balloon enthusiasts.
That'd be a place we need to check out if it's a sentient mace. Now you said the wielder of this mace is new every few weeks?
Months, yes.
Months, sorry. That is slightly concerning as to why this sentient mace is going through wielders like that. So I imagine Gwyntyn knows nothing about like sentient weapons, right?
You would know a little bit, I would say. Most of them are not recommended.
Yeah, okay. Yes. My guess is going to be this is on the same plane of existence of don't touch this living object. Almost like mimics. Don't touch a mimic.
But the most critical place is the City of Brass, which stands right on the shores of the Sea of Fire, so you could at least see the Sea of Fire, which might be fascinating. This is the fabled city of the Ifrit, and its ornate spires and spiked walls reflect the Ifrit's grandeur and cruel nature. True to the nature of Plane of Fire, everything in the city seems alive, with dancing flames, reflecting the vibrant energy of the place. The heart of the city is the formidable Charcoal Palace, where the tyrannical emperor of the Ifrit reigns supreme, surrounded by nobles and a host of servants, guardians, and sycophants. General, there are people who live there. They choose to live there. I wouldn't live there. Much too hot and much too at risk of random fires of our most exquisite book collection. The cults of elemental evil represent fire at its worst. The cultists of evil seek the power to burn away the impurities of the world with volcanic eruptions, uncontrolled wildfires, heat waves, and droughts. They're not the most pleasant people. But the City of Brass is quite a hub for trade in general, for all the planes. So there's many planar travelers to its bazaars and slave markets and metal crafters, famed for its vendors of smoke, incense, and tobacco. The city was noted for the Azure smiths who worked ceaselessly for the Ifrit, crafting arms for the armies of the Sultan. The city was governed itself by the Sultan of the Ifrit, who ruled the city with a tyrannical hold over his subjects. On occasion, the Sultan would oversee important legal matters of noble Ifrit, but mostly focused on wider policies. So, traveling there, I would be quite careful.
That's 100% what it sounds like. Now, a question I do have, and this literally goes back to one of the first things you said, because it's the first question I thought of. Face masks to wear. Is there a specific face mask that we should try to get for the group to wear, or is it just covering in general?
Just a covering to keep the cinders out of your mouth.
That should be easy enough to acquire or make a makeshift mask.
Yes, I'm not sure if Bishop would need one, though his vision receptacles might need wiped off from time to time as they collect the ash.
I'll have to make sure to have a rag for him to use consistently. But absolutely superb job finding all that information. I'm sure it'll help a lot with when we're traveling, including with the most likely idea, depending on what time we get there based on the portal, it might be best to set up camp inside of a tiny hut until the sun goes down. If it's going to be too hot to travel during the day.
Yes, it sounds quite miserable. If there's anything else you need from me, though, I'd be happy to research some more.
Well, I'll definitely keep you updated on when I can find out what else we need. I know we still need to find out some stuff on Shadowfell, that realm. But
Yes,
I don't know
I believe the only information you know from there is that you just should not go.
that I'm. Yes, that is all we know. Unfortunately, I think we need to get there if we want to get one of these echoes. I would say just go ahead and start researching it. I don't think the others would argue too much about that.
Okay, I will put it in my notes.
Thank you very much there. Now, I didn't mean to interrupt you while you were going to get dinner.
Just heading for some breakfast.
I look outside.
Yeah.
And I look at him. I look
Yes,
outside.
I got quite involved in some book reading for entertainment purposes.
Can I suggest that you get food and go to bed?
Oh, I'll be fine. I still
I
have
don't.
some baby fat to burn off.
I don't need you to be exhausted while trying to help us find information about books or about the locations.
I'll be fine. Thank you for your concern.
Okay. No, I'll actually join you for breakfast, dinner, because I can't leave until tomorrow anyways.
Well, it's always a good idea to have breakfast for dinner. It's a great meal.
I will full-heartedly disagree with that situation. But that's neither here nor there.
Well, I will convince you during our breakfast for dinner of how it's a good choice to have breakfast for dinner.
Well, let's see what you got for me then.
So you walk off to the kitchen there. The next morning, back to the tiny hut residence. You awaken. The hut disappears. You're ready to continue on.
Rogan's back.
He's back.
For now.
There we go. Just in time.
Off to the tabaxi.
All right. So you all continue traveling for a bit of the day, and you come back into the camp. Clouded Wind sees you, and you see her struggle to stand up, and she grabs her cane and walks towards you.
Well, what did you find?
Miss?
Azrock does not wish for us to communicate all that happened. But to put it plainly, I believe your problems should now start to go away when it comes to the corruption.
Oh?
I believe your elders would be pleased.
So the dark creatures of the forest have disappeared?
Technically, the creatures were not dark. They were corrupted. That corruption has been dealt with.
Oh, it is curious. You know, many months ago, one of our own swore these creatures existed, but we didn't believe them for so long. It's nice to know they weren't crazy.
You never saw these creatures personally yourself?
Oh, I don't leave the village here. I must keep order here. Keep bellies full and bodies rested.
That is quite good then that they didn't reach so far as to get into your village.
We stay safe here. Always have.
May it continue that way.
Thank you. Did you lose a companion while you were out? I'm sorry. Do you need counsel?
He has left and gone away from us. Far away, back to home. As I guess you could say.
His soul's home?
No, his body is home. He teleported.
I see. Through the ashes of the wind?
I don't know exactly by which means he is capable of teleporting. I was a little surprised he was able to pull that out so quickly. But no, he is alive and well, as far as we know.
That's what she said.
Grandpa, listen up.
Well, you are welcome to stay here as long as you like.
Thank you. That's okay. Must be getting back to Cantor's Keep.
It's much better here than in a city full of stone and buildings and books when you can just absorb what nature is telling you.
I was going to stand there and look around for a second. No, I think I would rather the academy. I'm glad you enjoy this, though. I find it quite curious.
Well, if you ever need a place to stay or escape to, you all are welcome here.
Well, if you don't mind us hanging out, at least for a little bit, our missing companion should be on his way to come and pick us up. Is there room, like a clearing where the ship could land?
No, not for the village.
Rope ladder.
Was it long enough?
Yeah. I mean, you've had to like park it in the air before when you went to
Okay.
the Earth Cave.
It will be flying a ship towards us, and looking around, it doesn't seem like there will be a landing spot, but maybe communicate to your people to not be alarmed once this shows up. It does not mean it comes in peace.
A ship, you say? In the air?
Have you not seen one of these before?
I believe that when you went to look for this book, that you might have hit your head on something.
Who's to say that I haven't?
I think that's accurate. Do you need to lie down? I can make you some tea.
Lie down. I just woke up. I'm actually feeling quite good right now. I would take some tea, though.
Yes,
I go and find a clearing. a clear area, and I'm going to sit and meditate.
Okay. Annex?
Yes.
Anything you're gonna do special?
Fix my PC. No, I'm going to go and rest.
Okay. All right. So anything you all want to do there that evening?
I'm going to cast Sending to Glav
Okay.
at whatever is convenient and
Yeah,
by
Go
myself.
for it.
This is Marsland. We've acquired the 5th book. Hope all is well with you. How are you coming along studying, removing the curse from the books?
Good job, Marsland. I am progressing well here. I feel I will be done soon. Find the other 2 books, and I think I should be back.
I'll cast one more time. Excellent news. I'm very excited to hear that. Should we meet you in Smyrna, or will you be coming back to Kandor's Keep?
I will return back to Kandor's Keep, as I need to talk to Drusilla about what I found.
And I'll leave it at that.
Okay. So rest of you meditate, take an easy evening. About midday the next day, you just hear as you see like a shadow moving across the top of the trees.
There's a shadow moving across the top of the trees?
Yeah.
All right, well, it must just be a nice cloud.
You start seeing the bottom of a ship flying over.
I'm going to purposely miss the ship, but I'm going to cast a firebolt out.
Okay.
And another forest catches on fire.
Straight
It
into the
arcs-
sky.
It arcs up and comes down.
We're under attack! Man your stations!
The great fire of Phrasia.
It continues. We're just not going to be allowed near anything that has wood in it.
Gwyntyn, you know, in seeing the outside around the ship, you see this bolt of flame like shoot off to the right side of you.
I'm
Yo,
good.
on second thought, I'm going to cast Sending.
No, there's already a fire spark.
No,
And you see the ship doing this, like just sliding away.
I'm gonna keep the firebolt. That's canon. Gwyntyn, that was me. We are where that came from.
Why the hell would you shoot a firebolt at me instead of sending?
Is anybody near me?
Everybody's
sure-
near you.
yeah, I'm sure you
a
all
bunch
are
of
together
tabaxis
through
have
the
their
day.
weapons on you.
Gwyntyn is quite upset right now.
I'll swing the ship around and get as low as I can, and then I guess I'll take the helmet off. You know, put it in floating mode,
Okay.
because I imagine there's none of the members are down near me to tell me so I can tell them to put the ladder over, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So put it in hover mode, and then I'll get up and say, "Hey, let's get some of these rope ladders down for them."
All right. You let those down. You guys see the rope ladders fall as some of the tabaxi just kind of circle around you, looking up at this contraption.
I'll yell down, "Are you guys coming up or am I coming down?"
Bishop starts to ascend.
you feel the whole ship like start leaning to the other side as Bishop comes up. No.
I'm gonna cast fly
Of course you are.
and fly up.
So the few times he might not fall on his butt, depending on if you make him check something.
Is there any way I can fail this?
No. No.
Okay.
You just
A bird
Marson
comes
just
out of
fails every concentration spell because he can't concentrate on one thing anyway.
you
Oh,
ascend
look, a squirrel.
upwards
Somebody say
and
book.
kind of settle onto the deck of the ship right next to Gwyntyn.
Glad you finally
you
get
just
to
see
use that
him
spell.
like Bishop just like fly. You see Marson just flying beside you.
Just grab him.
He falls.
Annex?
I climb the ladder.
Okay.
That was a huge delay.
Yeah,
Obviously not your fault, Biddle.
it's not your fault. We'll have to get that figured out. Your ventriloquism
It's only when I
skills-
connect to Zoom when I get that. I check it outside of Zoom, but in Zoom you got this huge delay, and I can't figure it out.
It's probably the hotel Wi-Fi just can't handle it right now or something.
Yeah,
Maybe.
we can help. We can get it figured out. All right, so everybody climbs up. You're all on the ship. You pull the rope ladder up.
Good to see that you made it here, Gwyntyn. Thank you for coming. The ship didn't fight you at all.
No, the ship just let me fly like any other time. And
It
I'm glad to
didn't
see everybody's here.
complain to you at all.
I tried talking to it again. It wouldn't talk to me.
That is
Currently, Pora thinks the ship is talking to you.
what would do I have any? Would Marsland have any thought on?
Other quotations.
No, okay.
No.
On whether or not Pura should know that the ship can talk, or if I'm going crazy.
No, there would be no indication either way.
Okay. Okay. Well, how? What happened in there, Gwyntyn? We're all very curious.
So I figured, while you guys were trying to figure out the ice bridge thing, I could at least go look at the next room, right? I went into the door, saw a symbol, tried to walk backwards and couldn't get back out. I could only go forward.
And at that point, you tried to let us know that you were stuck, right?
Definitely, but my sending was blocked.
But your sending seemed to work later on.
Yeah, 'cause I was on the ship. I'll do a deception roll.
Yeah. Let's see how well Marsland believes you.
I have a +1. Let's go. That's a 2.
You know he is absolutely not telling the full truth.
I know a lie when I see one, hear one, Gwyntyn.
Well, if I'm being honest, talking to anybody wasn't the first thing I thought of.
The first thing you thought of was to go into a mysterious room over lava through a wind storm and into the lair of a dangerous creature.
How do you know I went over the lava?
Well, I mean, we went through the room too, so I'm only assuming.
But yeah, no, I went into the room, saw the book, was trying to dispel the cover over the water, thinking I had to use the water to like purify the roots. Couldn't do that. And then started casting, what the hell is it? Sacred Flame on the roots. And as soon as I touched the book, picked it up and looked at it, a creature appeared. And I was in no means to fight anything by myself at that point.
Gwyntyn, I believe you were around. Remember when we had talked with Oz in the past about running off and doing too much without us? Especially big decisions that might affect the entire party.
And I don't actually see what I did wrong there. I got us the book, got out. I told you guys you could leave.
This
But
is fair.
we couldn't.
I mean, you could have. It was a choice. I by the way, at this point, I don't know you went back.
Yeah.
I do not know you went back and fought anything.
We were there to stop the corruption, on top of retrieving the book.
Yeah, and I thought, and I could be wrong here, I thought getting the book out of that area would have stopped the corruption.
You were wrong.
See,
mean-
do I notice like them beat up or anything?
Oh
The
yeah,
night
I
before?
You would
mean,
definitely notice that I am beat up.
Bishop's got like dents all over him. Parts are cracked. Like
Yeah, I have some cuts and bruises.
I mean, I could see that you guys, something happened to all you guys. Did you guys go back and fight that thing?
So I'm
I was
assuming that
almost terminated permanently.
Bishop was hurt in a very bad way.
Well, I'm sorry that I couldn't get there. Like I said, everything was happening so quick, and my first thought was get out with the book.
Couldn't get there. You were there.
I couldn't get back.
Anyway, my point stands. I think that in hindsight, it worked out, but maybe it was a bit of a lucky circumstance that you were able to get out unharmed.
Oh, it's definitely hard, but I would definitely agree that it was lucky circumstance that all of us made it back out, even with one of us being gone, because that thing did not look friendly when it was almost cutting my head off with that sword.
I assure you it was not. But that aside, tell me about the book. Have you pored over it? What was its title? What was inside of it?
The title of it was The Act of Necromancy from Forbidden to Accepted.
I was right.
But that stuff's outside my warehouse. I immediately just took that to Pora and dropped it off.
I'm so conflicted. On the one hand, I am glad that it is in Pora's hands. On the other hand, I wanted to see it. I guess I can always go there and check it out myself.
You could. My thought was if I'm coming back to get you guys, I'd rather not have that book on me.
I think you made the correct decision.
But I do have other news from Pora that the Queen was able to make us an envoy to go to Perrin's Folly. However, we are not to use this ship. We are to go back to Candor's Keep, and they will have a Imperial cruiser. Imperial ship. I already forgot what you said. To take us there as embassies. And the reasoning that Pora gave me was this ship can be seen as a war device or an invasion device. And with our current reputation there, the less steps that we're trying to harm somebody, the better.
I suppose that makes sense. This is good news. We should probably get on that expeditiously.
I would agree. And also, here is insert lore about the fireplane.
No, I want to hear it.
I want to hear the Gwyntyn summary version.
I want to read it all back.
In short, most of us need face masks, or else we're going to get our skin basically burned off. Which probably also have goggles. Do not travel during the day because it will kill everything with the heat. So if we get there during the day, we might want to use Tiny Hut to stay until it gets into the... And sorry, outside of character, I do not actually know waning and waxing. Is waxing like the nighttime?
Just up and down. Yeah.
Well, I know it's up and down, but like which one's which?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Fine. Okay. So we want to travel during the night time where it's cooler out and less white, hot, burning sun that's trying to melt our skin off. There's a city of brass that we should start at by going there first. There's also a tavern that if you're a balloon enthusiast, as Lamar was, there is a tavern on top of a mountain you can only get to via a hot air balloon that is controlled by a mace.
Sorry, controlled by a mace?
Yes, it is a
Like
sentient
the
mace.
weapon.
It's his name, Mace.
His goddamn, got the name right. It's like Sparky or something.
This is
Barkeep?
Gwyntyn's. This is
This is
Gwyntyn's
hun-
summary.
100% my summary.
Shiny the mace. Who
Candy
owns a
I
bar?
here's what sucks too is I liked the name.
It rhymes with tacos.
Tacos.
It's actually a restaurant chain.
Taco Bell.
Torchies. It's Torchies.
Torchy's
Torchy the
Tacos.
Mace. I am assuming. Well, yeah, he did say that the owner was Torchy the Mace. Sorry, the owner was a sentient mace named Torchy who serves a really good drink, but goes through wielders every few months, which makes you think that this drink may actually be slightly cannibalistic, depending on how you look at it. And then there's a Sea of Fire. There's lots of trading there, lots of crafters, so Bishop might enjoy that part a bit.
Who wouldn't like to walk inside of a living furnace world? It's every blacksmith's dream.
Yeah. But after that, I did talk to him about investigating Shadowfell next, just because I know it's something we need to look into, and I know we're gonna about to head basically straight to Parents' Folly once we get back. And he seems to love researching insanely amount of detail. So, however, that guy needs to get a better sleep schedule. He was getting breakfast at sundown when I was there to get dinner.
This is pretty typical for Vidalcan.
You guys,
What's wrong with breakfast for dinner?
it's first off, breakfast is awful food. That's besides the point.
I mean, it is better than having dragon poop for dinner.
Why were you having dragon poop for dinner?
Who eats dragon
It's
poop?
all we had, Gwyntyn. It's all we had.
Wait, why did you partake in the dragon poop for dinner?
I never said I did, but it was
Camaraderie.
horrible to watch. The shame.
I haven't ever experienced shame.
I believe that. My next question is, how long do we want to hover above this encampment for?
They're all just looking at us.
They are all just looking up. Like,
What the hell? What the heck they doing up there?
I'm assuming we can head back to Candor's Keep.
I have nothing else around this area.
I think
Margin?
to Candor's Keep we can go. I'm gonna lean over the balcony or the railing and just give it a little wave and then head towards the helm. Gwyntyn, I'm assuming you're fine with me taking over.
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
so you go and suit up and to fly the ship. Marslin, why did
Did you let him fly me for so long?
It was dire circumstances. We were far away and he was the only one that had access.
His ears tickle the helmet. It's not like your smooth skin.
I'm having a hard time understanding you.
He likes them bald,
Mm,
clean shaven.
I think it would comfort the other crew members in the unfortunate circumstance when somebody else has to pilot if you reassured them that while it's not your favorite captain, you were okay with them with transporting them where they need to go.
I only have boards for you?
Very well.
Thank you for understanding.
Well, I think we are heading back to Candor's Keep.
All right. The ship flies. You do your normal rotations. Anything you want to do in the travel time? Conversations?
I think we need to figure out where in the swamps we might find the last book. I know nothing of that location.
Forgotten swamps.
Ow.
What? They're not the Forgotten Swamps?
Spiritwood swamps.
What?
No. The
Don't forget-
land under the dragon's
Oh.
gaze.
Sorry. Yeah. I don't think anybody is going to know. It's not those two little ones. It's literally. Oh, wait. Is it those two little islands?
Yes.
Oh, am I thinking the wrong thing then?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Gosh, do you guys ever listen?
I will come down over there and smack the fuck out of you, sir. You're only 7 hours away.
You just see this hand enter Marsland's camera and just like
It's Marsland's parents that are somewhere in the swamps.
yes.
Okay, so we never have to go there.
What? No, we don't.
Yeah, there's no rush. Definitely no rush.
No, he's only been, not thinking about his parents for
Months.
He's
Why
very
don't-
practical.
Why haven't you called them? Shit, I can.
His mom's like, he never calls me anymore.
I would also like to point out that I completely misunderstood where the islands were. I thought they were literally under where that symbol was, like they were just unmarked islands. Not that they were like too south of it. Yeah, I totally misunderstood where they were there.
What's the name of the islands?
No one knows,
You don't.
That's a weird name.
know.
right? It's Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Oh, right.
Anywho, I agree. We do need to see if anybody knows about those islands, but we might just end up going there.
True.
Have we asked Pora about those islands?
AFK for a sec.
I have not asked her about any sorts of islands after, like when I got there for her book. She was working on something and took a break. I would almost say it would be a better chance to talk to like the dock master and other captains about
could
those islands.
Take multiple angles. Out of character, how do we find out about those islands? That was one of the episodes I was not here.
It was a
Children's
It was-
fairy tale book.
yeah.
What?
Literally, it was like the second one, I think it was.
Yep. The text is probably still in the
No.
Saturday chat.
It's not. Marza, go to our thing. Go
Yeah.
look at the books. And all the text is there except for what we just got today. I haven't put this in here yet. But yeah, that's how we found out that there supposedly is a book there based on a rumor. As we saw in the Spiritwood Forest, though, with it being a child's tale, it could either be excessively understated based on what happened. So basically, at this moment in time, both of the books we need to get are south. Oh, I lied. That's not south. That's east of us. So get the book from Parents' Folly if we can, and then go look for these down south of us. And from there, we could start looking at going into the fire plane, unless that we actually should go look at your parents to see, try to find them.
It'll be fine.
How much do we actually know about your parents? Like besides the fact they're like captured. in, or have you? Do we not know anything?
Nothing.
Like their personality or just
No.
their
Do we?
circumstance?
Have you ever told us that they're captured and they're alive?
I
I don't think he
don't
has.
think I mentioned anything
No.
about it.
I didn't say you didn't either. So, yeah, I think we should go to Parents Folly, try to get the book, and then go to those islands south of us after talking to sailors, Pora, Dock Master, Academy books, gods, dragons, anyone who can give us
Whoever
information.
gives us the answers that we want.
Yeah.
Yeah. The rest of the trip, I'm just gonna work on my chassis with a little bit of whatever I can do until I get back to the house.
Okay.
How much would healing at all probably wouldn't help with this chassis, right? Due to
No, it just keeps
what it
him
is.
alive. His
Okay.
healing with him is more his soul stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of Tolkien again.
All right. At the evening of your travels, you land in Candor's Keep at the docks. There, lighter traffic than normal. The crew's happy to be home after a shorter trip. Not really. You hear comments of them saying like, "I didn't know if it would be a month or a couple days."
I thought I
Who
would have.
knows with these guys?
Right. I thought I would have said it would have only been a couple days just to go.
But you've said that.
Oh, we've said that
before.
You also
Jimmy.
told him, "Hey, we're gonna take you home in a couple of days." And it ended up being like a week late.
Yeah.
I know we said we take you home, but
We need to go fight this water pillar.
Yeah.
It'll be over quick.
It was. It only lasted like a minute.
Okay. So you're there in the docks at night.
With it being nighttime, we should just go back to the house and then regroup in the morning. Do we want to? I'm gonna start. I'm bored. Start heading to the house then.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then on the way to the house, we can talk about: do we want to take a minute to try to talk to people about those two islands, or would it make more sense just to go right to Parents Folly and then find out about those islands when we're back and they're our next stop?
I think we focus on the Parents Folly situation first. Honestly, because I mean, unless you guys want to take a couple extra days, it's not like we're rushed to go do that.
No, we aren't really rushed. It's just a matter of
And we don't know how long it'll take the Queen to get a ship ready for us anyway.
I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Pora say it's ready when we are
Yes.
for the most part?
Oh,
Yeah,
But
okay.
they don't know that.
Yeah, I will pass that on to them, saying Pora told me that it'll basically be ready when we are. So it's more likely it'd be quicker just to go with that, in my opinion, right? And then when we're ready to go to those islands, look it up, because who knows what's going to happen between reading those today and then Parents Folly tomorrow, and then Gwyntyn disappears again because he's a dick and just leaves everyone alone.
I don't know why we have trust issues.
I mean, if everybody was there, we all would have been gone.
Which would have been even worse.
It's just another eighth and we're fine.
No, see, then he'd have to fight. He had to get through the dragon to get out of the cave. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna keep heading back.
Okay.
Azrock, I trust you now. Get the fuck out.
He only trusts 4 of you guys. One of them just suspiciously vanished on him.
All right. So you arrive back at the home, and you see Bryn there talking with Lomar as you walk in, and Bryn looks over at you, and she just takes like this mug she's got and just wings it at the freaking wall. As she sees Bishop walk in.
Don't disassemble!
Gotta be kidding
Don't
me.
disassemble!
The just like ceramic shatters all over. What in the gods have you done to yourself? I had one simple request, Bishop. One simple request. One thing. And it was to not have this happen. And you come home and you look like it just looks like a ball of mud, the holes and pits, and why?
He also goes straight to the front of the battle. That's where he's most effective, and he almost died this time, actually. You should be grateful he's here at all.
Did you all leave him at the front?
You should see the other guy.
Oh, if I had just one small lacking of restraint, I would finish the job that they didn't finish.
I just go upstairs.
You're going to walk away from me? And she just follows you and just the whole time.
Being berated.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, that was awkward.
If the rest of you want to wait here a second, I have something to hand out. And I'm gonna go into my room and grab some things. Assuming everybody's waiting.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not going to just disappear on you.
That's a lie.
This time.
And then I'll come back around the corner with some packages and start handing them out to each person. In each of these packages, you'll find a very wonderfully crafted garment made for each of you. And I went above and beyond on each of these and had them emblazoned with, I'm very proud of this, a logo for the Light and Sparkers. I figured we should immortalize it on a piece of clothing for each of us. We can wear it proudly about and proudly into combat. So here, Anax and Justinian, you get a cape. I got some robes for myself, of course. Gwyntyn, I felt a kilt would be most fitting. And then I have a loincloth for Bishop, but he's, ran off.
Are these packaged in a way that we can see the emblem?
I'd say they're wrapped up in some fabric with like a bow on it.
Okay, I'm gonna open mine to take a look at it, and then once I see like the emblem, because he specifically called out he created an emblem for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, Marsden, you know the conversation we had about 8 hours ago about running off and doing things on your own?
I don't see how that applies here.
And making decisions for the group?
I don't follow.
You want us to wear...
That's the emblem.
Now that we're looking at it, can you describe it to us?
I just sent you a picture.
We'll describe it for everyone.
It's a bronze and white shield with a ornate wings carved into it, and a very regal helmet in the center piece of the shield. Depicts a sense of power and purpose.
I'll be honest, I actually do like this emblem.
I've convinced you.
Didn't take much.
So does that mean you're gonna wear it?
I don't know about wearing a kilt. You just see me like wrap it around my armor.
I think it looks great on you.
There, I put it for the stream.
Oh, okay. Did you?
Yeah.
It might
10
take a
sec-
minute.
Yeah, 10 seconds.
Yep, there it is. Yeah. It is a cool emblem. I just don't know how practical a kilt is going to be.
Oh,
with
incredibly.
my
It
current
gives you so
armor.
much flexibility and freedom of motion.
I mean, if I'm being completely honest, out of character, I've never thought about what kind of underpants Gwyntyn wears.
He doesn't wear any.
I don't think he wears any. Yeah,
he just full moon 24/7.
it's just
plate
cheeks
armor.
to steal. I appreciate this, Marslin. I never expected to get a gift like this from you. I figured it would be a book, if anything.
I'm trying to expand beyond the obvious. I mean, yes, I could give you a book, and I know you would all greatly appreciate that. But I know you all love the Light and Sparker's name so much, and I figured I'd cement it in a centerpiece for each of us.
I'm kind of excited to see how you convince Bishop to wear it.
You think he's not going to like it?
Bishop! You should come down here!
But I would guess, based on how Bren was berating him, he might have his hearing turned off right now.
All sensory has been shut off.
Is Bishop coming down?
His choice.
Currently.
Okay.
Bren is
You just hear a
much
lot of-
louder.
Banging and
There's definitely things being thrown around, and like you can hear you don't hear the words, but the mumbling that she has not stopped talking yet.
Maybe I'll let that pass before I hand this off to Bishop.
You should just put it in front of his door for him.
And Justinian puts his on.
Ha! He's locked into it now.
I will think about it.
You said you put it on.
Like, not like on. I basically loop it around to see what it looks
Here,
like.
let me help you.
You are not helping me with this one.
Next, do you like your robe? Or your cape, I mean?
I thought you said it was a kilt.
No,
You get the
mine's a
cape.
kill.
Oh, okay. I thought we all had kilts. We were going to be running
No,
around like the
he
great
specialized-
Scottish band doing caber tosses.
He specialized them to each person.
Okay. So I'll put the cape around. Throw the cape on, latch it, and I, this suits me well. Well done, Marslin.
You're welcome. And I also had a little bit of extra pizzazz bestowed upon it by
The guy who put you to sleep in the middle of his
the guy that put me to sleep. In fact, in fact, he put me to sleep so quickly I don't even remember what he did to him. It must have been good.
I'll be honest, I didn't record his name or anything because it was a you thing.
Oh boy.
Oh wait, that was-
Blessed be his heart.
Yeah.
Oh. What was the enchantment we agreed upon on this thing?
+1 to persuasion check while wearing
That's what it was. You'll be extra persuasive when wearing this.
Who?
What?
All of us?
All of you. Yep.
When you wear it, yes.
Sweet. So I'm +2 for a -7 somehow.
I'll create an item this week.
Cool.
Okay.
Wait, you're a -7?
It was a joke.
Oh, okay. Like that's possible.
Probably.
I mean, he is walking around half nude per our last conversation.
Yeah, I apparently don't run with any type of below the belt situation going on. So I have to apologize in advance for that chair.
See, why do you think she's so upset and doesn't want to talk to you?
I didn't know you carried a sword, Gwyntyn.
Did the braids match the carpet?
I was gonna say the dingleberries have been a little loose down there.
I've been wondering why I'm so chilly lately.
There's just lower braids down there.
It's part of his beard.
It all connects, actually.
Beard to chest hair to
It's all braided together.
That's what a real plot twist is. I'm not
crisscross.
wearing any armor or anything. It's just my hair.
There's an image for
Oh.
everyone.
Well, I hope you all enjoy it, and it makes us more recognizable as a cohesive group and brings greater recognition of the great Light and Sparkers.
So I
Marcin.
do appreciate the sentiment, but I don't think we need anything to be recognizable as the Light and Sparkers.
You mean the chaos and destruction that is
Follows?
behind us?
Yeah. There's just a looming shadow.
Marcin,
Perpetual like fire behind us as we walk down.
we
Yeah,
should
seriously.
we should have Bryn make this symbol, and we could hang it outside of the house.
I agree, that's a great idea. And everybody will know that this is the residence of such a famous group.
I will talk, and as soon as he says talk, something crashes upstairs, and you just hear something get thrown. Talk to her later about it.
Seems like a wise idea. I wonder if Bishop is actually still alive up there.
I'm sure he's alive in some capacity.
I'm not sure. Oh,
I think so. Good.
by the way, the other employees here left these, and he just has this little like wooden tray thing, and it's got pile of the 50 gold from your merchant transaction and the healing potion.
Greater healing.
Yeah. Who wants this greater healing potion?
Bishop.
Marcin, Justinian? Well, right now only those two are here. I think Bishop has one already.
I do.
Ah, okay.
I often find myself in need of healing.
I could fix that.
Well, it's not a matter on if you need healing, but if someone goes down and I can't get to them, you know where your healing potions are to help them.
It would be great if somebody could use this potion on me at some point if needed.
Well, that's part of the idea of everybody having some sort of healing potion.
I have a couple regular healing potions currently.
Okay, so
But this one's better.
yeah, so this one is a greater. It heals for like one more. No, I have
If
no
the dice
problem-
are on your side.
Yeah,
Well, we don't roll anymore for healing potions. But
yeah,
You
it's just
said-
always max.
You said it was a supreme, right? Cool, thank you.
It's actually a
Nice.
god level. It'll heal you to like your max plus 700 temporary.
Have we ever gotten?
You have been graced by a god.
I'm literally graced by a god, and that doesn't happen. Yeah, we either you can have it, Marcin, Justinian, you can have it. I think Justinian has one already. When I say the last before we left, I had two and I gave them out to people.
he has
oh.
a regular potion of healing.
Maybe he used it. I don't remember if I gave the second one too.
I don't think he gave them both to me, but I'll check.
Making sure I don't have one of them in mind. Oh, I know I do have one in mind.
Okay.
I should have... No.
Yeah, I've
I
got
have-
one greater healing and 2 potions of water breathing.
somebody else should have one. We should have 3 in the group before this one. This is later conversation, right?
Yeah.
For now, though, I vote we take the 50 gold and just put it right back into the workshop and just let them keep self-sustaining for a little bit.
Well, it's yours. They have the goods or whatever.
Oh, okay. I'll take it and
think
put
that's. I'll look and see how it works.
it. Okay.
Yeah,
For
if that's
now,
if that's the case, I just put it into the group.
group. Yep, that's
Yep.
exactly where I was going with it. If we find something changes, Justin, just let me know and I can remove it.
Yep.
Okay. That's added, and for now, I'll add the second greater healing in my bag. Okay. So that is all taken care of. Anyways, it's getting late. Let's see to a dinner and hit the hay for the day.
Does anyone want to have breakfast for dinner?
You still did not sell me on that after 4 hours of trying to convince me last night, or the night before.
I love breakfast. I love breakfast anytime.
Me too. This was the storehouse, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. Storehouse and the greenhouse are basically doing the same thing. They just did. They're on repeat to listen to the same really good song over and over again.
Okay.
In the morning.
Yeah, they have it has its own recurring like funds. So he makes took 500 gold to get him going, and he makes that much plus 10%. So the 50 gold is all profit. So he's
Cool.
good.
Okay. That works. And then, yeah, we should hit the bed and talk to. Do we need to talk to Pora or the Queen? Like, how do we go about letting the Queen know already? For
She
the
would have
ship?
told you just go down to the dock. The ship
Cool.
is there.
Why don't we just go to the dock from the ship then? Just immediately travel at night. But yeah, so once Bishop is all repaired and hopefully Brent's throat isn't hoarse at this yelling that he's currently getting, we can leave in the morning just to go right to Parents' Folly. Unless somebody wants to talk to Pora, because he's currently gone, so I'm going to say no. But yeah,
Like, I need to read that book before we leave.
right. Marsden, do you want to see Pora before we leave to head to Parents' Folly tomorrow? Or just go ahead and go to Parents' Folly, try to get the next book, and then you can take a hot minute to read both books when we get back.
I suppose we can just go to Parents' Folly.
Did you slightly stroke out a bit there? Did you not rest well the last 2 nights?
Just really pains me to delay that, but I suppose we can just go to Parents' Folly and I can take care of reading both of them at once.
Can I do a medicine check to see if it physically pains him? Or is he just being a...
I mean, you can.
Stop being a baby. Shut the book.
I almost got a natural
It's a
20 and
cursed
almost
book.
a natural 1. It's an 11.
Yeah, he's. There's definitely some strain.
It's strange to me that you physically get pain for not reading a book. You should probably get that checked out and fixed.
I think it is a strength and a weakness.
I heard lobotomy might help with that.
I don't want to hear you utter that word near me again. Thank you very much, Gwyntyn.
I just pull out a needle.
Run away.
But yeah, I'll get the meals and then go
Okay.
to the room.
All right. It's a peaceful night of rest minus Bishop,
Dink, dink, dink.
but
dink.
Bishop, as you wake up the next morning, you're in good shape. you can see Bryn is kind of passed out in the corner, and she's got one hand on a hammer that's resting on the ground, the other on a bottle of some kind of liquor that's just resting in her lap, and she's out.
I will place a blanket on her and quietly leave
Okay.
the room.
All right. Everyone else wakes up, gets moving, meet in the main area there.
Everybody's meeting in the main area.
Yep.
So when Bishop is there,
I've been there for the
Are-
last
are-
4 hours.
Are you wearing yours?
oh yeah,
Okay.
of course I'm wearing my robes.
Okay.
Bishop, I have something for you. I gave everybody else theirs, but you were. I didn't want this to disturb whatever you and Bryn were doing. It sounded aggressive. Here, I got this for you. Sorry, I had this made for you.
Unpackage it. Oh.
It's
A very nicely made cloth.
I didn't really know what you would wear that would be ornamental, but I figured a loincloth was probably fitting the most. I hope you like it. Please pay extra careful attention to the extremely beautiful symbol that I had emblazoned in it.
This is for my junk.
I mean, you're kind of an assembly of high value junk, I guess. But the particular bit of junk in between your legs, yes.
I will attach it to the garments that I am currently wearing on the lower half.
Okay.
That looks great on you. What does everybody else think? I think he makes it look spectacular.
I'm surprised to see you really lean into light unsparkers there, Bishop.
Oh, that's what this is?
Well, yes, this is the symbol that is meant to convey the mission of the Light and Sparkers. Isn't it obvious?
I do not agree with that name. I don't think I will ever agree with that name.
But you all liked it a lot. We keep using it.
You keep using it. Everyone else keeps. Oh, okay, Justin uses it too, but most of us don't use it. Half of us don't use it.
Everybody keeps using it, and everybody knows us by it.
I'm gonna start a new group called this. Just the opposite. Shadowsparks. That's a new group called the Shadowsparks now.
Gwyn's joining the set Shadowsparks. Don't let
Or
the
does it
queen hear
actually
this.
have the book? Aiden has the book now, or Aiden has the book now. Secretly went to Das Khaldun on you.
Fane?
Fane? I was thinking Aiden.
Who's Aiden?
Don't worry about it.
Gosh, you guys even pay attention?
Oh my god.
Marsland gets suffocated at night. You find him with pages from his books in his mouth shoved down his throat.
Oh.
But if everyone is ready, let's go ahead and get to the dock and get our way made to Parents' Folly.
Are you wearing your kilt?
I am.
Yes! Gwyntyn, you look great, by the way.
I'm taking a liking to the kilt. I might need to get more.
I think you can pull it off quite well.
It's probably because no one's lower than me to have to worry about seeing anything.
Just don't fall over.
It's just a gently dragging line in the sand as you walk.
Oh, God.
That's a new feature I didn't know about.
He's a tripod.
I think we
So
look
I'm-
like a real team now. Like, we're together.
We look united.
This is great.
Or you look like we're about to just hit somebody with a white shield. I still think we should get an actual shield made of this.
That'd be cool.
I will say, though I hate the name, and I will never agree that that is what we are called, the design is quite nice.
Thank you. I drew it myself.
I do not believe that, as you have had bad taste in naming us this.
Bad taste is subjective.
Maybe even like Lomar said, once we hang a symbol outside of the house, we could get a couple to hang on the front of the Brindle Star. Like, here
Oh,
comes
that
Light
would
on
be cool.
Sparkers charging in.
Maybe we could, you know how ships often have the name inscribed on the side. Maybe we could get Light and Sparkers painted across the side of the Brindle Star.
You might want to take that up with your girlfriend before you decide to paint her.
That's a good idea. I will consult her. I'm glad you're on board.
I'm not on board for us putting
I
a
was gonna say,
name.
I don't believe that's what he said.
Gwyntyn, are we really supporting this thing?
I mean, I'm all here for the kill. The emblem is cool by itself too. I won't stick by the name, but let's face it, I got nothing better for a name.
I mean, supporting that the ship is talking to him. Like,
I have known Marsland enough that I don't think he would consistently be trying to make a joke that the ship is talking to him
He's just
And be
turned staring
able
straight at
to-
you, wide-eyed, unblinking.
and be able to keep a straight face without his forced laughter that wasn't natural. Much like Lomar's laughter the other day about the fireplane.
Haha.
well, I'm ready to head out if you all are.
I believe I got everything I need.
Light on Sparkers, assemble.
To the plane of fire it is.
Oh, is that where we're going now?
This completely skip. I mean, in a sense, it was a plane of fire for a little bit.
Indeed. Were we given an exact meeting place?
She tells
I'm
us
sure the dockmaster will have all the info we need.
Let's head there then.
Let's go. So you all walk through the streets, proudly displaying your new garments. People are definitely taking notice and looking and waving. You've built up quite a name for yourself in Candor's Keep. Make your way down to the docks, and the dockmaster points you towards the Imperial ship, which you then board to prepare your journey back
I'll do it.
to Perrin's Folly.
I
And
wonder
that's
if
where we're going to
No.
end this
Oh,
evening.
what the Did you not prepare enough?
Oh no, I've got a lot.
it's a situation where we can only go so far for you. Basically, have to keep going. They
Mm.
stop early.
And like as a normal thing when we're missing a player and we have one player experiencing technical difficulties, we don't want to go too deep into the
Mhm.
next area without people here playing. So thanks everybody for coming out. Hey, we appreciate it. All the YouTube folks, all the listeners in the other lands, you know, and of course our Twitch folks. Don't forget, we've got if you want to try D&D and you're in the Saginaw, Michigan area, the weekend of April 5th, stop on by. And it's going to be a really good time. You check out our Discord for more information on that. As well as our Facebook. We'll have some stuff up there, and we'll get some stuff to Instagram as well. Don't forget to check out Let's Set the Tone. There's a new one of those up with Half-Ass Beer Review as they talk Disney and the awfulness of Waterworld. And of course, always check out Half-Ass Beer Review's videos as well. And dude has been doing some gaming stuff too. So I know he was doing some Avowed. And then he played a golf game the other day. So that actually kind of surprised me.
Top Shot
and
Golf.
No, it was one of the PGA Tour things. But yeah. Good session. One more note from that is you all level up.
What? Whoa, I didn't know
so-
we still did that.
Oh my god. Never mind. Take that back.
We D-level?
You now D-level to level 2.
Man, I'm so happy to be at level 14 finally.
Sure. Say it all you want. Doesn't make it any more true. So yep. Take your level up and as we move forward there. Y'all got anything?
Till next week.
Till
All right.
Wednesday when we play Chaos.
Yeah,
With or with-
Wednesday.
With or without.
It's probably
Carlson.
gonna go.
Ah.
It's probably gonna go pretty well. It right now I think it might just be me and Gwyntyn. So,
I could probably get somebody else in it.
Needs more
Well,
chaos.
if the rest of you want to play, I mean the game's like $5. And the controls are jump and scream. So
Oh, is this
Yeah.
that chained together thing?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
it's frustrating, and it's the most Matt's chaos. Yeah. It's the most I think I've ever heard like Marsland just laugh uncontrollably. He was
He-
cackling.
He literally died. Like he had to stop for a minute because all you could hear is him gasping.
Yeah, like his character wasn't moving. We couldn't hear anything. Like we thought he had left, like got up or something, and then we just hear
I wish I had my camera on.
Yeah. There was a part of that I still don't know how we made it. The one with the rotating drums. I don't know how that
Oh.
worked.
That
We
was
got
insane.
super lucky.
We just got tossed through it and made it somehow.
It was like one person who was falling got caught by one, like while the other person was falling and then got caught by, and we just like spider climb over, and then old man string pulled everybody up.
Yeah.
I love the young people. Yeah. No, so we're gonna have some of that chaos going on Wednesday. It's for $5. You'll get your money's worth out of that game. So looking at that. Outside of that, I don't have anything else going on. So thank you again. What was that? Okay. Thank you again, everyone, for coming out and spending your time with us tonight. And until next time, we'll see you in the dungeon. Take care, everybody.
We gather round the table of oak and wood. Our dice are ready, our nerves are good. The story is about to begin. Into the dungeon we dive again. Diving deeper into the unknown. It's surreal how we have grown. Swords in hand, nerves of steel. It's just a game, but it feels so real. And we forge on into the night. Snacks in hand, we will win this fight. The dungeon master is the tale. Will the heroes now prevail? There's only one way to know the toll. We must wait for the dice to roll. The heroes live through the fight. The city is safe from shadows in the night. All the city sings this day. The heroes are on their way, and we forge on into the night. one way